Young, rich, and famous is how I qualify our guest for today. He is internationally educated, multilingual, a corporate influencer who knows how to navigate between the 9 to 5 and the influencer lifestyle, from the USA to Cameroon. Head of Brand, Marketing and Communication at AXA Insurance Cameroon. Good evening and welcome back to Legacy Unscripted, the podcast that takes you backstage into the lives of individuals who are actively building a legacy. Have Mr. Bryan Abunaw on Legacy Unscripted. Good evening and welcome to Legacy Unscripted, Mr. Bryan.
Good evening. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you very much.
We are so pleased to have you here. We know you have a busy schedule. By the way, how you doing?
I'm doing good. It's the middle of the week.
Yeah.
We're almost there towards the weekend, so I'm happy. But I always make time for amazing people. So thank you once again for having me on the platform.
The pleasure is all ours. Yeah. So let's dive right in. You studied at Pace University.
Yes, I did.
In the USA, and during your studies, you were actively involved in soccer, actively engaged in soccer.
Yes,
I learned you were involved in soccer right at a very young age of 4.
Yes.
And I know Samuel Eto'o is one of your biggest inspirations.
Yes.
Tell us about that. Did you ever envision a career as a professional footballer?
I think every young Cameroonian envisions himself or herself as a professional football player, either from playing at your school or all the way playing in Intercati.
Yeah.
I think that Eto'o was really an inspiration for me because leaving Cameroon to go to the States, whenever you introduced yourself as Cameroonian, the first thing people said was, "Oh, Samuel Eto'o, oh, Roger Miller." So it's when you stepped on the field, you felt like you were not just carrying the name of Eto'o on your back, but you were representing the whole Cameroon. So, but to say I'd never really envisioned myself as a professional football player. I envisioned myself as a professional FIFA player.
Oh,
yes, a professional FIFA player, but I played from high school, university, right up to COVID, and that is where my semi-professional career in football ended. But it was I looked up to Samuel Eto'o as not just an inspiration on the field, but off the field, because if your name and your legacy can carry you from Daido Douala to Madrid to France to Barcelona, and to the USA as well, it's a very big inspiration to all of us. So thank him very much. Thank him for that.
Yeah. Congratulations once again on your appointment as Head of Brand, Marketing and Communication at AXA. This is incredible.
Thank you.
We're so proud of you, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, by the way, I want to ask, given that you were actively engaged in soccer back at the university, and I know you studied communication, you majored in public relations, minored in French, finance, and special event marketing.
Exactly.
Now, but are there any skills, any discipline, any experiences you gather from the soccer that helps you implement your role at AXA?
Of course. My top two, I would say vision and teamwork. Such vision, such as on the football pitch, you have to scan the whole area to make sure you know where you're giving the pass, you know when you're giving to, and it applies to marketing and communications as well. To be in the role that I am, you not just have to know the market, you have to analyze it, you have to scan it, you have to know what the other competition is doing, so you know how to adjust and what to move and what not to move, when to push forward and when to pull back. And then for teamwork, football is not a one-man sport, it's a team of 11 people on the pitch. So for me at AXA now, I collaborate, being communications and marketing, being the center, driving our sales, because at the end of the day, it's a business, we need revenue generation. So I not only work within the marketing and communications department, I work with sales and distribution, I work with our commercial, with our retail, with our health. Every segment of the business that generates revenue, and not just generates revenue, but has that customer service and customer journey experience, that is where I do. And if I do not participate and have that teamwork with them, the business will not be able to grow. Our clients will not be able to know our products. And if our clients don't know our products, then our sales team fails. It's like in football, if the midfielder doesn't pass it to the striker, there's no goal.
That's it.
So that's where I would say that I took some skills from the football pitch and applied it to
So you see that the things that we do in life, we don't really know how it's going to serve us later on.
Exactly.
All right. So I would like to know, what was your biggest challenge when you took up on this role?
My biggest challenge taking up this role was really brand perception. I feel like for the longest time, especially in Cameroon and across Africa in general, people do not still understand what insurance is. What is the benefit of insurance? So, and especially I would take the case of AXA. People have the conception that because AXA is such a big brand name, AXA only insures big companies, or AXA only insures French companies, where we have mass market offers, we have special packages tailored to small and medium-sized businesses, to parents, to young workers. And that is where I faced my biggest challenge, because having to bringing the brand locally, bringing that perception of the brand that AXA is just for the top tier, but AXA is for everybody. AXA is more than just insurance. It's your life partner. AXA will accompany you if you just got your first internship, if you just got your first work contract, if you just opened your business, if you're a new parent, if you're a new car owner, if you're a new homeowner. There is so many things that we offer. So bringing that perception and breaking that stereotype of AXA is only for a certain class of people. That is where my major challenge was. But I think in the past, I would say 6 to 7 months that I've been there, I have seen a very significant change in the perception of our brand.
I know you're doing great. By the way, I want to know, this opportunity is out of the ordinary. It's an incredible opportunity. I want you to tell us, how did it come about? Like, how did you get to be the brand head? Head of brand at AXA Cameroon.
Yeah, I would say it was a very God abeg moment.
I
think moving back to Cameroon was not an easy decision. As you said, like, I had been in the States from 2014 to 2021, high school, university, I worked. But then throughout my working journey in the States, I realized that my work, I didn't really see the impact of what I was doing. And since it was during COVID as well, there was not too, when you're graduating and you're coming into marketing and communications, you're expecting red carpet, events, all of this, but it just so happened it was during COVID. So I said, what can I do? I do not want to be bored. I'm kicking off my professional career. What can I do? And I got a very solid advice from my dad. And he said, I'll give you 2 options for you to think about. Would you rather be big in a small economy, or be small in a big economy? And he made me think. He said, think about the lifestyle you envision for yourself, for your kids, for your family. What do you want to attain in your life? Where would you like to be? He said, as the CEO, you can easily, not easily, but you're more likely to meet the CEO of a top FMCG company in Douala than to meet the top CEO of an FMCG company in America. So put that into perspective. I said you have a certain skill set that is still not fully developed in Africa. So why not come home, try, test the waters, and if it's for you, you build. And when I came to Cameroon, I was in the graduate program at MTN Cameroon, and that gave me an introduction to what communications and marketing is like in Africa. And that really opened my eyes to so many things, how campaigns are run differently, how influencers are selected, even the way of communicating, depending on the product. If MTN is communicating on, HVC or corporate products, it's not the same way they'll communicate on mass market. Whereas in America, it was all cutthroat, it was all the same. So after that, I got a contract at Ola Energy, originally in procurement, which is completely different from what I usually do. but like you're looking for opportunities. I found that they as Ola Energy as well was not too vibrant in market, so I said I will bring in my MTN magic to there. After that contract, I went freelance. I signed with the best PR agency in the nation, Image Nation. So shout out to Image Nation for putting your boy on the map. So I finally got contracts with Total Energies, Pernod Ricard, so Valentine's, Jameson, Martell. I've done a bunch of other collaborations with different brands across the nation, and for me, it gave me the inspiration to say, okay, I've done internships, I've done freelance. After my freelance, I moved on to Bank Atlantic, which is now IFG Bank. And because of all of that, I got to have different experiences. People were telling me, oh, why would you move from here to here to here? I said, I want to explore, I want to see, I just don't want to be boxed in to one thing. So after IFG Bank, AXA came knocking. It just so happened that they were looking for a head of brand marketing and communications. And as I said, God has his way of doing things. So it was really a God I beg moment. And I prayed, I persevered. It was not easy. Persevered and went through the interviews. And a couple of weeks after, I was offered the position. And it was very special to me because it happened exactly a week before my 27th birthday, and the Sunday before was Easter Sunday. And I prayed in church and I said, look, God, just do something for your boy. I've been grinding for the past 5 years. You have seen my work, everyone else has seen it. I would just like an opportunity to be stable, and I feel like that is something that a lot of youth are looking for in Cameroon. Just that stability and that opportunity to show what they really have. So to bring everything together.
Well, that's just more experience for the future. Now at Orange Force Excellence Award, you made the statement, and I'll quote: "Donner aux jeunes visibilité, soutien et inspiration." I want you to enlighten us more about this phrase. I want to know more about it.
Okay, so I will speak for myself, being a young person and having to go through different channels to get to where I am. As I said, it took me 5 years to realize my dream. Others might have taken shorter, others might have taken longer. And I think what centers all of that is not that the youth are not educated. We are one of the highest educated countries in Africa. The issue that we have is opportunity. I feel that companies should allow the youth to engage, to explore, because you have gone through school, you have gone out there, you have proven it with a degree. Now, if you keep getting denied opportunities, denial, when do you have the time? When do you have the chance, the opportunity to showcase your talents? So not that youth are not talented, the youth in Cameroon are very talented, but it is that lack of opportunity. Give the youth a chance, give them a reason to dream. Give them, like as I said, I'm living in my dream now because I said to myself, I would like to get to the point where I head a department. It would be so cool. I had bosses who were head of departments. I saw the way they carried themselves and I said, wow, I would love to be at that level as well. So give youth the opportunity to dream. Give them the opportunity to look themselves in the mirror and say, today is another day to improve myself. Today is another day that I will be a head of department as well. Why not be a CEO? Why end the head of department?
Of course.
Yes, so as I said, keep pushing, keep going. We have the will, we have the way, and when there's a will and a way, we put that together and we live the dream.
That's it. Yeah. I call you young, rich, and famous. We all call you like that.
Really?
Yeah. Now you're a corporate influencer. And so tell me, who is a corporate influencer according to you?
A corporate influencer is someone who, in the word, works a 9-to-5 job, corporate, but has also the influence, who is also involved in the influencer lifestyle. Not just influencing in the social media sense, influencing as in what you say, what you do, inspires other people. Like I've gotten a lot of messages so far concerning mentorship. Mr. Bryan, how do we get to where we are?
Normally.
I have worked, I have interned, how I would like to be in this certain position. So when you put all of that together, you're like, okay, you have to, yeah.
How does your influencer lifestyle support your role?
My influencer lifestyle supports me by opening doors and having opportunities not just to put myself in, but to speak of people in rooms that are not present. If we don't hold each other together and lift each other up, even in rooms where our other peers are not present, that is how the youth will grow. So that is how the influencer life helps me. It also helps me meet like-minded people like me, even older people, younger people, and we get to come together and share ideas and have a good time as well. Because, comme on dit souvent, la vie c'est pour les vivants. You get to also enjoy that aspect.
The fact that you're living your dream life, what is the best part about being a visible strategic leader as you are? Like, what is the advantage of really being visible and being at the head of a big company like AXA?
I would really say a source of inspiration. I think a lot of people have the idea that to be successful you have to be older. You have to be older, you have to reach a certain age, you have to reach a certain level. And for me, I believe and I really hope that when people look at me, they see a symbol of dedication, they see a symbol of hard work, they see a symbol of the youth can succeed, the youth CAMEROON, the future is not coming, it's already here, it's already active. We just have to turn that switch on. So I really hope that when people look at me, they see a source of inspiration. Yes.
Exactly. If you had to mentor young Cameroonians, like those who want to become corporate influencers like you, what is the crucial advice that you give them?
I would say, never be shy. Never be ashamed to feel embarrassed because
that cringy effect.
That cringy effect. Never feel that, because at the end of the day, everything that you're doing is benefiting your portfolio. So if you get, I'll give you an example. If you get an invitation from a restaurant to do a collaboration with them, do not turn it down and say, oh, you do not want to place your phone or your tripod because everyone else will be looking at you. Don't do that. Also, network. Create that LinkedIn profile, update the profile, update your CV, and do not stop. Be aggressive with it. Be aggressive. If you meet someone and you're like, hey, I know that this person is this person here, go up to them. They will not shout at you, they will not beat you. Go up to them and you show that you're very passionate about what you do, because once you're passionate about it, you can't stop, and do not let the fire die. I know that sometimes rejection can be discouraging, especially when it's over and over and over, but do not let that dream die. Have your vision board and stick to it.
I hope they've heard you.
Have your vision board, because I know a lot of them
are so inspired by you, so I hope they've heard everything you said.
Thank you.
So tell me, what is legacy for you?
Legacy is what you leave after you're gone. What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? As you said, at the beginning of this conversation, we talked about Samuel Eto'o. Samuel Eto'o stopped playing football a long time ago. The Samuel Eto'o is known to be the kings of Africa, one of the kings of African football. That is his legacy. That is why even to today, after he has retired from football, his name, his legacy, his career still follows him. So for me, legacy is what I would like to be remembered for. What the Abunaw name would like to be remembered for. You know, I would like to be when someone says Bryan Abunaw, when my great grandkids talk, I want them to say my granddad, my great granddad, my dad was this person. He inspired this. He did this for the community. He did this in his corporate life. He did this in his family. And legacy does not just have to end corporate. What legacy do you leave within your family as well, within your community? You want to be known, you want to be remembered as someone compassionate, someone thoughtful, someone kind. So for me, that is what legacy is all about. What you leave behind when you cannot see or hear what is being talked about.
Very good definition. Now you are very young, still young, but very successful. Now tell us, in the next 10, 20 years, what would you like to be remembered for? What would you want to have achieved?
One, I would like to have changed the perception of insurance in Cameroon. I would like people to be educated and not to fear what insurance is. Secondly, I would like to be remembered as one of the leaders in brand marketing and communication across not just Cameroon, across Africa. I am visioning across Africa. All these brands that we look up to, the LVMH, the Dior, all of that, the Google, the Microsoft, they're slowly realizing that Africa is where it is. Africa is where you make the investment. And I would like that in the next 10, 20 years, why just end at that? Why not go and be the CEO, CMO, or head of brand for one of those top brands? Why not? So for me, that is where I see myself, and I question myself that, hey, it took 5 years of dedication to here. Put in another 5, put in another 10, and see where you will end up. So that is where I really see myself.
You know what? I know you get there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so being the son to a prominent figure like Mrs. Abunaw, she's my inspiration, by the way. I love her. I love everything she does. Like, I'm looking forward to meeting her one day. So how does this impact your professional life, or personal life?
Personally, she impacts me because she's the MD to everyone. She's my mom. And you know, I come from so I have three of us as kids. I have 2 sisters, Kelly and Beverly. So Kelly is 25, Beverly is 18, and I'm the only boy and I'm the firstborn. You know, the connection that mother and sons have. So from a very young age, I've always looked up to her. Not even before I became a professional, just the fact that my mom had this certain aura, it inspired me to do that. And fun fact, actually, before I became a communications major, I actually went into finance. I went into finance,
because you minored
to try to fill in those shoes, to be the next person who will step into that big banking and finance role. But life had its way of doing things. I had my own path to trace, and I thank God for her for always encouraging me to build my own path. She always tells me, Papa, you don't have to be a bank CEO to be successful. You don't have to work in a bank to be successful. You don't have to do finance to be successful. But then professionally, you know, everything or a lot of things that Mrs. Abunaw, I will keep it professional here, Mrs. Bryan Abunaw says during talks or conferences, it really inspired me, and that was one of my big reasons to stay in Cameroon, because I felt that I had a living encyclopedia with me. I got to tap in to professional knowledge, how to conduct myself in the professional world, how to excel in the professional world, and where else would I want to look for inspiration than somebody who is right there next to me, who has seen me grow from 0 months, literally 0 months to today. So all I can say, Mom, thank you very much. I love you, and I really thank God for you, and I hope that God continues to bless you both personally, and Dad too. My dad as well.
Of course,
my dad as well. My dad is a very low key, out of the shadows person, but my dad is my dad is the most professional person I've ever seen in my life. My dad's work ethic is out of this world, and I think that my mom got inspired from that. And as his kids, he always encouraged us to be the best. My parents were never the type to say, you have to be the first in class, you have to do this. They said, wherever you go, whatever you do, give your best. Do the best that you can do, and everything will work out and fall into place the way it's supposed to.
I was going to ask if you felt kind of under pressure to live up to expectations, but you just answered my questions. You're just simply supportive, like trace your own part, and that's what great parents always do.
Yes, there was never no pressure coming from them. You have to do this, you have to do this. All they told me was that whatever you do your best, and we'll be there to guide you. We'll support you through every single walk. Just do what you have to do and walk in your own path.
Yeah, so glad that they brought up a gentleman, our rich, young, and famous Bryan Abunaw.
I like that. I like that.
Okay, so is there anything you want to say? Probably we can ask you, and you want to tell people who are watching you.
I want to tell people, I would say from my faithful supporters, thank you so much for not giving up on me. Thank you for encouraging me. Thank you for your feedback, your constructive feedback. Thank you for the applause. Thank you for everything. And thank you once again just for making me the corporate influencer that you know today. I would not be here as a corporate influencer without all of you. So thank you very much. And I cannot leave this platform without saying thank you very much to Image Nation PR agency. They are the ones who constructed the idea, the notion of what a corporate influencer is. So thank you very much to the Image Nation team. This is your product. This is me here. Thank you so much once again. And thank you to Coro Magazine. Thank you to Legacy Unscripted for giving me this platform to share my story and provide inspiration to everyone watching, young, old, middle-aged, everybody. If you felt discouraged yesterday and you watch this today should be your reminder that do not give up, keep dreaming, and do not be afraid today.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bryan.
Thank you.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence on Legacy Unscripted. We wish you the very best in all your endeavors ahead of everything that's ahead of you at AXA and many more to come. All the best.
Thank you very much.
So we've come to the end of this epic episode of Legacy Unscripted. Until the next time on Legacy Unscripted.